Knubbel, the little seal. It had been raining for such a long time, Knubbel had lost count of just how many days and nights it had been raining. It was far too wet and windy, and Knubbel hated it. He could be enjoying himself on the sunny sandbank, or romping in the calm water with his playmates Billy and Bobby. Instead, he lay on the beach, bored and unhappy. Knubbel and his friends were fed up. Even the fish didn't taste so good as usual, as the young seals weren't getting any exercise and had lost their appetites. Oh dear. One night there was a really big storm, and Knubbel cuddled up close to his mother for warmth. He was scared. The noise of the sea grew louder and louder. Then suddenly a huge wave broke over them. Knubbel could no longer feel the sand under his tummy or his mother's warmth. Poor little Knubbel was left all alone, fighting the force of the big waves, which were higher than they'd ever been before, pushing him under. Help! Help! Knubbel had no chance against the stormy sea, and he lost his way. He was bobbing about like a ball, up and down, up and down. Then it happened. Wham! He hit something hard and everything went dark. When Knubbel woke up, he was lying injured on a beach and feeling very sore. He had no strength in his flippers and couldn't even make his way back to the sea. Then some people came and stood around him. He felt very small and frightened. Knubbel had never been so close to humans before. All at once, one of the men picked him up and carried him off. Knubbel was scared because he couldn't feel the ground anymore, but at least the man's hands didn't hurt him. Soon, he noticed that they were getting further and further away from the sea. Knubbel was very unhappy, and he began to cry. Suddenly, as if by magic, there it was again. Water. Lovely, cool water. And with a waddle and a splash, Knubbel was in it. Whee! He swam off doing his best seal flip. But what's that? Oh no, look out! It's a wall! Poor Knubbel just turned away in time. Help! There's another wall! Did this mean he would have to swim and dive in this little pool forever? He felt very sad. Bobbing up, he could see people all around staring at him. A few fish were thrown in the pool. Knubbel suddenly felt hungry, and making his best seal leap, quickly gobbled up as much fish as he could. Then, swimming around the pool, he tried to remember its shape so that he wouldn't bang his head again. Soon he was very tired and was glad of the chance to roll out of the water and lie on a rock to rest. Every day, Knubbel ate his fish and would swim and sleep, so his body began to feel a lot better. But as the days rolled by, he started to feel really fed up, missing his mother and playmates. Sometimes he began to cry, big, watery seal tears, when he thought about all the fun and games he had had on the sandbank. Then, one day, there was a loud clunk, and a door slid open in the wall. Knubbel saw a large seal swimming towards him. For a moment he thought it might be his mother coming for him. But then he could see it was a stranger, and the two swam around sniffing each other. The big seal said her name was Betty, and she'd already been in this pool once before. That was when she had been rescued from a sandbank. But the people here had been very nice to her, and once she'd got better, they'd taken her back to the sea. Knubbel listened breathlessly to her story. She told him about how she'd eaten some fish and been poisoned, and how she'd been lying on the sandbank for days. Then some passing fishermen rescued her and brought her here to this pool. Knubbel was really excited when she told him that he, too, would soon be taken back to the sea. Now he was happy because he was no longer alone. But it was a pity that Betty was a bit too old for games, as he would have loved to have taken part in a seal diving contest with her. One morning, when it was still dark, Knubbel was dozing in his corner. He was picked up and squeezed into a crate with hardly any room to move. He struggled hard, but couldn't get out. After a while, he heard the put-putting of a boat and felt it rocking up and down. Then he heard the wind and waves, so he wasn't really afraid anymore. Now he could smell the sea. Knubbel's crate was lifted up and he was slid into the waves. At last he was free. He dived and flipped as fast and as long as he liked. He bobbed up and laughed when he saw some seals lying on the sandbank. They swam towards him, and he saw his old friends Billy and Bobby. Now he knew everything was all right. So once again, Knubbel was the happiest little seal on the sandbank.